Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever Bratamania. Yes, we are going to talk all about WrestleMania 42, Night 1, Night 2. I'm going to give you my thoughts. We're going to talk about the highs. We're going to talk about the many lows. Overall, I don't know where to start. Let's just start right now. Let's just be honest. That fucking sucked. That WrestleMania, boo. Effing boo. I don't like cussing. I don't. But damn. 42 WrestleManias, you would think they would get something right, especially with all the talent and everything they had this year. But boo. ESPN app, boo. TKO, boo. Nick Khan, boo. Triple H, boo. Las Vegas crowd, shame on you, boo. Top to bottom, Night 1 was just trash. Night 2, much better. Much better. But damn, what, I don't know where to rank that in my top WrestleMania or top WrestleManias of all time. It's certainly on the bottom. Maybe not bad as 9 or 11 or 27, but fucking boo. But listen, this is Bratamania. We're going to talk all about it. This is not a Brat Said That, so we're not going to talk about sports. We're not going to talk about anything else. We're just going to straight talk about WrestleMania because, or should I even call it WrestleMania? I feel like I should call it Commercial Mania. Okay? There are so many damn commercials. And there was just commercials during entrances. There was commercials during this. Night 1 had about 20 more minutes of wrestling than they had commercials. But I don't know. Just talk about it. WrestleMania 42. I had friends that were there. If you were there, I hope you had a great time. I didn't go this year. Not because I couldn't afford it. Because yes, we have talked about WrestleMania ticket prices since day one on the show. I just had so many good WrestleMania experiences that I don't want to go sit there and just have a bad WrestleMania experience. WrestleMania 33 was more bien. WrestleMania 41 last year, day 1, was great. So, I just stayed home. We had a little party. Best friend Terrell was over. The Hernandezes were over. It was fantastic. I loved it. Rolly and Penny. Rolly couldn't stop growling. But, hey, having family over, I'd much rather have that in the comfort of my living room. Our living room, watching it on the ESPN app, which kept freezing. It didn't freeze during any of the ads. No, during the General, it was fine. During the Wendy's commercial, it was fine. During the cute Disney Carnival cruise, it was fine. But no, main event, kept frozen, but let's just get to it. Night 1, 50,816. John Cena came out and said, they like to brag, 50,000 for Night 1. Last year, 58,000. Night 2, just today, we had 55,000. Last year, 60,000. 118,000 for last year. This year, 106. So 12,000 people decided not to go to this WrestleMania. You know why? Because it sucked. But we'll talk about it. I don't want to be angry the whole show. I'm not. Because there was some good, a lot of bad, some nice, but a lot of sad. But it does open up with IShowSpeed and The Vision coming out, taking on the Usos and LA Knight. Yeah. And it was a good opener. Not going to lie. IShowSpeed, the kid shredded. I'll be honest. And it was good to have the Usos on it. It was good to have LA Knight on it. Logan Paul in a spot where he can prove that he's not just a celebrity now. He's just not a influencer. He's an actual full-time member of this group. It's great. Austin Theory. Always going to have Austin Theory on there. But I did not see the ending with Logan Paul turning on IShowSpeed and IShowSpeed going through a table and hitting Logan Paul. That was cool. That was one of the very few thumbs up of day 1. It was the right winner. It was good to have the Usos go over with LA Knight. And it was good to have the Vision take the loss. And it was good to show IShowSpeed. in that capacity. So, overall, that match was good. By the way, we're going to talk about it. Very, very short times. 7 minutes and 8 seconds on the opening match. No. On a 4-hour show, you can go 10, 15 minutes. Have a hot opener. But that one was just, it went all downhill from there, kids. It started off strong and ended, but we will get to the ending. The next match, Jacob fought Drew McIntyre. Listen, they had an unsanctioned match. The difference between an unsanctioned match and a street fight, I don't know, you tell me. I think an unsanctioned match is like, well, we're not going to get involved. If you want to go out there and beat each other up, you're fine. And the street fight is, well, go out there and have fun, but I don't know. Jacob Fatu comes out, does another double jump moonsault off the top rope to Drew McIntyre. 1, 2, 3, Claymore kick, toolbox, mess. That match only went 14 minutes. Good match. That doesn't have to go much longer than 14 minutes, but still. And by the way, my predictions the last show, I got them so wrong. I've told you many times in the show, whatever I'd say, always go root for the other side. Because, damn. Now, the next match, I got to slow down because I do want to do about 25, 30 minutes. We're not going to talk about an hour, okay? Because, I'm still coming down from WrestleMania. The next match, we have the Irresistible Forces, Nia Jax and Last Legend coming out with their cool mask on and looking like Demolition. Then you had Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. Charlotte comes out looking like a butterfly. Alexa Bliss honoring the late great Bray Wyatt. Bayley and Layla Valkyria came out together as a tag team, dressing the same. And then the Bellas come out. Bella's Brie came out, Nikki came out, but Nikki was on a crutch. Nikki gets on the microphone and says, hey, listen, I can look, but I can't touch because I am not clear to wrestle tonight. But she found a suitable opponent, and out comes, Paige. Yes, we were talking about it for months. We've been talking about it since her departure from AEW. Paige is officially back in the WWE. I've never really been a Paige fan, but seeing her come back was definitely a good WrestleMania moment. We needed something like that. And she came out, and now we have new WWE Women Tag Team Champions, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, or Brie Bella and Paige, but Paige took the place of Nikki Bella, so it's not Nikki Bella, so it's not the Bella twins, it's Paige and Brie Bella. So I'm hella confused. So I think the new champions are Paige and Brie Bella. And then Nikki did get involved with a crutch, hit one of them, Bliss or somebody with a crutch, and she got the pinfall. That match for 8 women, that match was 8 minutes and 33 seconds on a 4-hour show. And then it was complete ads and ads and ads. I hate ads. Nothing bothers me more than ads. If I'm talking about ads, listen. Come here. I want to make a documentary called Ads Hole. Just shows you how much ads are taking over because every 5 minutes after a match there was ads. We watched more ads. I know the people in Netflix for international Netflix, all they did was see the Hulk Hogan documentary. I saw the general ads. I saw ads for Wendy's. I saw ads. Nothing that's going to make me want to go buy insurance. And there was ads all over the ring. Every match was sponsored by another company. So, TKO, boo. Calm down, Jiggles. Anyway, the next match, AJ Lee defended the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch with Jessica Carr as the referee. What's her nickname? Just corrupt Jessica Carr. Thank you, babe. And this one was much better than their other interactions. Still wasn't the greatest match of all time. Becky Lynch won after a very sloppy, moppy, messed up Black Widow hit the manhandle slam to become a 3-time WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion. So what does that mean for AJ Lee? Is she going to continue wrestling? Is she going to go back and leave for another 10 years? What's going on? good for AJ Lee. I mean, good for Becky Lynch. And good for Jessica Carr. You know, maybe Jessica Carr can get in the ring. Jessica Carr will face Becky Lynch in the future. I mean, you can book it. Let's do it. It's better than WrestleMania. John Lambros, Alex, in the crowd, in the house. Thank you, too. Tell me how you guys think about WrestleMania. Because we've watched WrestleMania together. John Lambros fell asleep, famously, watching WrestleMania. And I just want to know what everybody's thought of WrestleMania. I give it a solid 5 out of 10. Maybe 4 out of 10. It was boo. Day 1 was booty. Day 2 was good. We'll get to day 2. We'll get to Jade. We'll get to everybody. We're still there. We're still on night 1. We're still struggling night 1. Next match, Stephanie Vaquer defended the Women's World Championship against Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan comes out with her little dance partner, and it's like, how do I get that job? How you doing? And I didn't even really care for it. I was too busy eating like pigs in a blanket and drinking Dr. K, which is okay. It's a good substitute for Dr. Pepper. I think everybody should just drink what they have over at their friend's house when you come over to a party. Just drink and eat what they have, or bring your own things. I don't know, I didn't watch it. Stephanie, she lost. Liv got the title. And then Roxanne and then the other one, Raquel, and then Dirty Dom. And Judgment Day is just full of women and Dirty Dom. You know? That match, too, let's talk. That match, a blood feud. A feud that's been going on forever. See, this is what don't make sense. Liv Morgan, Stephanie Vaquer, they've been going at it for months, behind each other, hitting each other, calling each other putas and stuff. And then, like, Liv Morgan comes out to this whole dance theme. If I was Stephanie Vaquer, I would stomp the hoe before she even got to the ring. Like, oh, you're too busy worrying about your dance moves. I'm the women's world champion, and you disrespected me. But no, it was 6 minutes and 51 seconds. 6 minutes. Well, you know, he did. Listen, I did say this. Nothing wrong with it. We love. Usually, male dancers are always homosexual, which is all fine. It's fine. You know, it's fine. But Liv Morgan is the new women's world champion. Then we have something that I thought was cute. Not this part. You know, John Cena came out. Oh, by the way, John Cena was the host. He came out to no interruptions this time. I thought John Cena was come out. Maybe you would have like a Gunter or somebody just come out, or I don't know. Liv Morgan said Rescar 6 minutes. Then you have John Cena come out, announce the 50,000 people that were in attendance, which is a lot lower than last year. We talked about that already. And then Bianca Belair came out for the first time in a year. She was wearing like this like blue like outfit, and then she's like, listen, you can't have WrestleMania with the EST, but the EST has been getting too busy in the bedroom, and she showed her belly, which is crazy because she has a belly and she has a six-pack. How does that work? So, congrats to Bianca Belair announcing her pregnancy. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was cute. And then, Montez Ford, Street Profits, she got that smoke, if you know what I mean. And then you have the main event. What a shit main event. Out of all the main events you have in life, this was probably one of the worst main events. And I'll be honest, I love Cody Rhodes. Right here. Little Cody watches the house while we're gone. Randy Orton, favorite wrestler of all time. You think I would be hyped about it, but nuh-uh. Pat McAfee comes out. Jelly Roll comes out. Jelly Roll hits a splash through Pat McAfee on the table. The fourth table spot of the night. And then you have Cody Rhodes, and then you have back and forth. Cody gets busted open. Randy Orton gets busted open. It looks like a whole mess. Then the finish comes. Pat McAfee runs out. Neck brace, referee shirt. Sir, you're supposed to be Randy Orton's heater on Randy Orton's side. The 1, the 2, and the 3. It should be quick. Shouldn't be 1, 2, kick out. It should have been, boom, new champion Randy Orton. But Pat McAfee does a slow count, makes Cody Rhodes kick out, then Randy Orton, good for Randy Orton, hits Pat McAfee, RKO, he's out. Then it's like, oh no, Cody Rhodes hits him with the crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Cody is still your WWE champion, which I'm okay with. Orton will get 15 in the future. It just wasn't his time last night. And then all of a sudden, Cody Rhodes gets kicked in the dick by Randy Orton, and then Randy Orton punk kicks Cody Rhodes, which, why are you having the heel stand tall after WrestleMania? And then the event continues, or concludes. Boom. And by the way, ESPN, I got a bone to pick with you. Your app fucking sucks. I'm cursing, excuse me, I don't mean to, but it was a bad time. It kept freezing, and then we had to reset. It wasn't my internet too, because internet works just fine. But overall, if I had to give a rating for the night 1 out of 10, I give it a 3. A 3 out of 10. By the way, the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, went 22 minutes, 44 seconds. Oh, BTW, by the way, Pat McAfee, since Orton lost, he is forced out to leave the professional wrestling industry permanently. I doubt that. Overall, highs, ISO speed, splash through Logan Paul, that was a high. Bianca Belair's pregnancy, that was a high. I was so hyped up that I missed a match. I can't believe that I missed Gunther versus Seth Rollins. That's how, even the best match of the night, I am so wound up that I forgot to even talk about it. Gunther, Seth Rollins. Gunther came out to boost. Seth Rollins came out. He had eyes blacked out. Took off his contacts. Good, because you can't see Gunther with black eyes. Blindside power bombs. Gunther. Basic Gunther match. Chops, power bombs. Seth Rollins overcomes everything. Another Spanish broadcast. Power bomb. Ring apron. A pedigree. And then another high. I will give this that. Braun Breaker comes out and spears the out of Seth Rollins. Listen, let's go back a little bit. If Braun Breaker was cleared, why don't you do Breaker versus Rollins at WrestleMania? I mean, you gotta do that at Backlash. We all know that's gonna happen in Tampa. But then you have Gunther winning, choking out Rollins once again, and then you have a really bad spear by Gunther, or you have a bad spear by Breaker to Rollins. It looked like crap, but somebody did say that Braun Breaker was showing honor to the Las Vegas Raiders by missing a tackle in Allegiant Stadium. Boo you. Fernando in just a few days. So that was a good match. That was how's it supposed to be. That match was 17 minutes, so only the best match of the night, of course, Gunther Seth Rollins, but you could have made that the best match no matter how bad the rest of the card was. Worst match of the night, I don't know, man. I say Liv and Stephanie Vaquer because those two had a actual feud going into WrestleMania, and it didn't live up to the hype. I don't even remember it, But that was night 1. We are going to talk about a little bit of, things I've seen. A not fellow YouTuber, because I'm not a YouTuber. A YouTuber I follow, I think his name is G-Fed, got kicked out of Allegiant Stadium. I watch this kid all the time. He sneaks into stadiums and stuff. And then when he's out like a basketball, football, or anything, after the game, he's like, how long can I stay here until I get kicked out? So, harmless stuff. But he got kicked out of WrestleMania. Sucks for him. The Hall of Fame, we got to answer the Hall of Fame. It was good. It was nice to see the Hall of Fame. AJ Styles, Stephanie McMahon, Bad News Brown, Sid Justice. Then you have Demolition and Dennis Rodman, who, what a character that is. And then people got arrested for taking chairs home. Now, I don't know if it was their chairs, but I feel like if you go to WrestleMania, you get a commemorative chair, you're allowed to take it home. I don't think anybody's like, well, I don't want to take this home. You got to take it home. It's a commemorative chair. But you get arrested. Anyway. And then night two, a little bit better. Actually, a lot better. A lot better. A lot better. Started off Oba family versus Brock Lesnar. Oba is over. Over fully. He came out, don't. The whole crowd in Allegiant Stadium was on their feet for Oba. He is the next big thing. Then Brock Lesnar comes out. 4 minutes and 46 seconds. Now you're like, listen, Brat, you just complained about the match lengths being short. Why are you happy that this was 4 minutes and 46 seconds? Because this was perfect timing. This match was never going to go 10 minutes. It was never going to go 8 minutes. It was two big beefy boys going at it, and it ended the way it ended. Brock hits Oba with the F5. Oba gets up slowly, and then all of a sudden, boom, Oba with the win. And then nothing of significance happened after the match, so we move on. Just joking. Then Brock Lesnar. A dude I've been watching since I was 14, decides it is time to retire. He took off his gloves. He slowly took off his boots. He left the ring, gave Paul Heyman a hug, and that might be the last match we ever seen of Brock Lesnar. And if I could, I would stand up, but I don't want to because I'm comfy. So Brock Lesnar, I know recently there's been a lot of heat on you. There's been a lot of speculation on some accusations, but to me, from your time in the UFC, from the WWE, from seeing you become the youngest WWE champion of all time, to watching you go to the UFC, become the UFC heavyweight champion in your third UFC fight, coming back to the UFC, coming back to the WWE, just everything you've done, I salute you, Brock Lesnar. Greatest combat athlete, turn wrestler, turn anything. So, Brock, if this is your last match ever, hats off to you, Brock Lesnar, and Oba family. Can't wait to see what they have for you in the future. Then we have a ladder match, a really, really good ladder match. Penta came out, smooth operator, defeated, retained against Javon Evans. That boy bouncy. Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, I always say McDougal, Rusev, and the legendary Mysterio. By the way, this is what I'm talking about. First strike on night one. Or night two. First strike. You don't show Dragon Lee's entrance. You don't show JD's entrance. You don't show Rusev's entrance. Why? What's more important? Huh? Saving 10% by switching to Geico? No. Everybody dreams of coming out for WrestleMania. Certainly Dragon Lee, JD, Rusev. I know Rusev's been a bunch of WrestleManias. He once came out on a tank. But, hey, everybody wants to see the wrestle. You've dreamed about it. I've dreamed about it. A WrestleMania entrance is something that you think of growing up. You think of while you're training. You think of when, it's just, but, Javon Evans, though, I'll tell you, that cutter from the top rope, springing it off to the ladder to Rusev, great. And then Penta winning, right decision. I could have been okay with Javon Evans winning. I could have been okay with anybody winning, honestly. But Penta is still your WWE Intercontinental Champion, so good for him. Then you got Trick Williams coming out with really the longest train you can think of. It looked like a CVS receipt. I joked and said his train is there to wipe up the shit from night one. But then Sami Zayn came out first, booed out of the building. I don't think anybody wants Sami Zayn right there. Is Sami Zayn's time with the WWE over? I don't know. That is just, it was a good match. Nothing, Little Yachty was there. I know he's a singer. And then Little Yachty and Trick Williams were face. Sami was a heel, so I guess a double turn. But it was good. Williams got the trick shot, hit him with the lemon pepper stepper, and now he is the new United States champion. So that leads that United States Championship division into a new era. You can have Trick, you can have Ilya, you can have Carmelo. Put Matt Cardona in there. Let's do something great with that. Overall, that match, that match was 7 minutes and 7 seconds. They gave that match the United States Championship. Been around since the 1970s. 7 minutes. That's not even a break at work. 7 minutes. Anyway. Next up, one of my favorite matches. Dominic Mysterio came out. He was like on like a platform, on like a chair. Bunch of Dominic Mysterio masked people brought him down to the ring. And then the Demon Finn Balor came out. Spooky mask, spooky tassels, spooky smoke. He did his demon thing. It was a street fight. Earlier today, they said, hey, we're going to have a street fight because we're going to do something because WrestleMania Night 1 sucked. So, we're making a street fight. Which, a street fight, unsanctioned match, and a ladder match. I mean, they're really pushing the stipulations. But listen, the street fight, though, it's not a street fight. It's just a ring fight. You fight outside the ring. You take the tables. You take the kendo sticks. You take the chairs. There's no, like, let's fight outside of the ring. Let's go to the crowd. Let's go to Al Davis's office and, coup de grace him off Allegiant Stadium. No, it was a simple, Balor hit the coup de grace through a table. 1, 2, 3. Or, I don't know. The Demon won. Good for him. That match, 10 minutes, 27 seconds. What does that mean for Dominic in the future? Judgment Day is, I don't know. Judgment Day's over. And then you had, which the best part of the night, actually, no, not yet. We don't have the best part. Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley won. Boring. Michon Bfab got involved, and then Kairi Sane came out, helped Rhea Ripley win. We knew it was going to happen. Jade's long title reign is finally over. Fuck. Anyway, that match was like, what? They gave Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley 10 minutes. 10 minutes. That was 10 minutes. All right, and then you have the best part of the show. John Cena comes out once again to announce the crowd was less than last year. Then you have The Miz and Kit Wilson, so you knew exactly who was going to come out. And in the best WrestleMania moment you can think of, Danhausen comes out surrounded by little people, midgets, dressed up as, little Danhausens. They came out of the ring. Kit Wilson said, hey, you midget, you're toxic. And then the midget kicked him in the dick, punched him in the dick. Then Danhausen cursed. Danhausen hit the I'm going to curse you elbow drop on The Miz. And then John Cena and him had a little moment like, hey, I like you, you're cool. And then Danhausen's smoke came out, but he didn't leave the ring. And then he went underneath the ring. Very Danhausen, very good, very evil, very entertaining. Best part of the night. And then the main event. 33 minutes and 56 seconds. Your new World Heavyweight Champion. Acknowledge your tribal chief because Roman Reigns stood tall. He is once again the World Heavyweight Champion, even though that's his first time as a title, but you know what I mean. Hey, good match. Another 33 minutes is a WrestleMania main event. That is perfect. It was good. I had Punk winning because I thought Roman was going to go film another TV movie show. But hey, we'll see. Now Roman is the World Heavyweight Champion. So are we going to see him on Raw tomorrow? Probably not. Are we going to see him on SmackDown? Probably not. But what does this mean for CM Punk? What does this do for him? So overall, main event, very good. I give night 2. I give night 1 a 3. Night 2. Oh, hey, Jeremy. This entire WrestleMania will be remembered for Roman against Punk. The rest was so lackluster. Yes, it was. It was not a WrestleMania to remember. Between Roman and CM Punk and like Bianca Belair saying that she's pregnant, everything was kind of crap. I'll be honest. This did not feel like a WrestleMania. This felt like a TKO Mania. There was ads on the apron. There was ads on the turnbuckles. I was surprised that when Bianca Belair didn't show her belly, it didn't say, sponsored by Capital One, or like Trojan, something. But it was bad. You didn't have Ilya Dragunov. You didn't have Carmelo Hayes, Tiffany Stratton, Jordan Grace. You could have Andre. You had 4 hours for 6 matches. There was 6 matches that were under 10 minutes. There was 2 matches that barely over 10 minutes. So, not a good WrestleMania. I rank it in my bottom 5 WrestleManias. Wasn't bad as 9. Wasn't bad as 11/27. But damn, you would think with the technology we have, with everything, with it being $37,000 for a tomahawk steak, why do you have a tomahawk steak at Allegiant Stadium WrestleMania? Just get a commemorative cup and a bag of chips. You'll be fine. It just wasn't a good WrestleMania. Pat McAfee wasn't like too much of an interference headache, which he could have been. IShowSpeed was a positive. Jelly Roll didn't do too much. He just, jumped and, if he was Jelly Roll, bigger Jelly Roll, that would have been more impactful. But, no. So night 2, if I had to give night 1 a rating of 3, I give night 2 a rating of 6. Still not good. 9 out of 20. No. But, overall, not a good WrestleMania. A very forgettable WrestleMania. So it hurts to see that, it was $150. $150 for a tomahawk. Oh my God. So, I'm not going to end the show on a negative note. I want to say, it was, though, a WrestleMania. Another WrestleMania is in the book. Next year, it's going to be in Saudi. Boo. Strike one already. So, what does this mean for Roman? Cody. Let's talk about Cody Rhodes. Still the WWE champion, but Cody Rhodes got messed up. His eye is shut. He's going to need something. What does this mean with Randy Orton? Is he going to get the 15th championship? Why did you have him standing tall at the end of WrestleMania, night 1? How far due is Bianca Belair? Where is Montez Ford? So many mystery answers left and unanswered, but overall, listen, am I going to complain about it? Yes. Am I going to post it on the internet for 15 to 20 people to watch? Absolutely. But am I going to also watch WrestleMania next year? Absolutely. Do I enjoy WrestleMania being in Vegas? My, not my home city, where I live? Yes. Did I enjoy seeing House of Glory? Yes. Did I enjoy not being able to go to WrestleCon? No. But everybody that went to these independent shows, House of Glory, JCW, GCW, Maple Leaf Wrestling, just having a great weekend full of wrestling is something that I'm just so happy to be a part of. Just being around the city, seeing the Mick Foleys doing their comedy shows, the signings, just being part of WrestleMania weekend, something I'll never forget. It's going to be in Saudi next year. So, AEW, Tony Khan, listen, I know you put on a show. Compete with WrestleMania that weekend. This is what you should do. Have a huge show in America that can compete against WrestleMania. I know you can do it. I shit on AEW because I don't like Tony Schiavone. But Tony Khan, if you want to put on your super show in, say, Chicago, people will go to that. People's not going to go to Saudi. Yes, the green shirt guy might, but he's not. This is your chance. Put on a show. It's going to be in Saudi. Boo. But overall, that would be a winner. See, Jeremy, you get it. You know my brain. But overall, WrestleMania sucked. But we will be back on tomorrow. So, before we get off, let's just do a quick recap of WrestleMania. The Usos and LA Knight, yeah, they won. Jacob Fatu and Drew. Brie Bella and Paige are your new women's tag team champions. Nikki Bella must be really hurt to not get medically cleared. Gunter over Seth Rollins. Braun Breaker comes back. That's a highlight of day one. Liv Morgan, Sarah Vesker. Snooze fest for what they built up. And then Cody Rhodes defeated Randy Orton. Pat McAfee, stay away. Then night 2, all the family defeated Brock in a short but great moment and a passing of the torch. Oba is the next big thing. Brock Lesnar, thank you for everything you've done. UFC, MMA, even your time with the Vikings. Penta, still the WWE Intercontinental Champion. Trick Williams, Lemon Peppa Peppers. He is the new United States Champion. Rhea's won her 17,000th title. The Demon came back to defeat Dom. And the OTC is once again champion. Overall, WrestleMania sucked. But hey, like I said, I'll be watching tomorrow. And we'll be back on Tuesday. So, love yourself, love each other, hate WrestleMania, and love sports. I'm getting off. Good night, guys.